Good morning. Good morning, chat. Good morning. Hope you guys had a great weekend. All right. I am kind of all over the place this morning. I can't seem to just focus on which accounts I need to trade. Just when you have no time over the weekend at all to prep for Monday, it's actually quite difficult to figure out what you need to do, what you can trade, what you should trade, update your P&L on the stream. I just received, I don't know, like $6,000 in payouts. I don't have time to update the P&L. It takes too long. It's just a rough morning here as far as the updates go, but I'm not gonna really focus on that today because it might be a short stream depending on when my topsoil arrives. Oh man, but Take Profit Trader, first 4-figure payout received this morning from Friday, and today I'm gonna request $600. So that's gonna be like the new norm. Also, first payout with Tradeify, finally locking it in. So now I'm gonna get to 5 Tradeify accounts. You jumping ship with Apex. One, two, and I can't even count this high. Why would I jump the ship with Apex? There's no other platform that I can make as much. I'm not affected by him. If I'm not banned, the only way I would jump the ship is if I get banned from buying evals and I blow all my accounts. Obviously. Otherwise, why would I jump the ship? I feel like Apex is still the only platform I could get huge payouts from. All right. But I got to figure out which accounts I need to trade. I'm still pending on a bunch of payouts with Apex. It's kind of taking much longer this time around. Gotta make a copy trader, but I've traded a lot of my accounts on the ORB. But I just got approved literally this morning on the Thursday. Well, I got denied on one account. Account 350, unfortunately got denied. I got approved last time on it. This was 4th payout already on it. And I got denied, unfortunately. That's what happens when you bring the, drawdown back down. I gotta grow these accounts a little bit more, have a little bit more cushion. I think I'll be able to request $2,000. So this is account payout number 4. So I could request the full amount. You could go into, after 3 payouts, you could go into your safety net. Totally forgot about that. All right, so these are the accounts I can't trade. So 409, 372, 347, 346. Okay. Oh, yeah. Take Profit Trader is the #1 prop firm, in my opinion, at the moment. And I'm speaking, of course, from my own experience and my own trading style, whatever. But Take Profit Trader, there's really nothing that beats them currently. In the current state of prop firms, nothing beats them. There's a couple of issues with customer service right now because they're blowing up, but my plan is to have a payout with them every single day in June. And how do I plan on doing that? Well, it's probably not going to be every single day, depending how disciplined I am on the day that I lose. But basically, I'm aiming to get 5 accounts with Take Profit over safety net. I have 4 already. Today was Monday, so I didn't want to trade this account. But I have 4 accounts over safety net, right? I'm not going to trade all 4. I'm going to trade only 2 accounts a day. And if I trade 2 accounts a day, if I end up losing on these accounts, tomorrow I'm going to have these accounts. And then if I lose these accounts, I'm going to have this account. And by the time if I were to blow 5 accounts, let's say, I am going to replenish the other ones, hopefully. Because I'm going to start doing evals as backup as well. 1 or 2 evals as backup, just in case. Just because the evals are, 5 days. And I want to trade evals like they're funded, not just YOLO like I do with pretty much every other eval. Good morning, Zach. Good morning, guys. It's going to be a great month. After this month, we are halfway through the year. And what a dump. I'm going to be looking for a dip buy, of course. Double. I just got to find a set of accounts I got to trade. Okay, so I got to trade 372, 400. I also got affordable indicators on NinjaTrader. Try to I tried to get it done, but it's gonna take me a while to get used to NinjaTrader. So far, no issues, guys, with TradeSyncer and NinjaTrader. Actually, there's a slight of an issue because I feel like I made too much profit. Like, I made 475. So there was slippage. Because I should make only like 400. So somehow there's a little bit of a slippage. Maybe delay on the exit or something. The opening range trade was super easy. A little late entry today because the crazy open, but easy in and out. 22 ticks, 2 contracts, obviously 3 contracts or 4 contracts on some accounts. So it's $100 per contract. So if you see I made $400, it's 4 contracts. If I made $200, it's 2 contracts. If I made $300, it's 3 contracts. All right, so here I'm gonna try to attempt a 2-legged pullback, dip by reversal. So once I get a 2-legged pullback, I will be buying long. I don't know how long the stream is gonna be today, guys, because I ran out of topsoil yesterday. So if you've been following, I'm doing a lot of landscaping projects. I'm doing my front lawn. I'm doing sod. Yeah, had 3 trucks of topsoil. We ran out. So now I have to get an extra truck of topsoil. I have to do the work myself. And because yesterday I had landscapers and like 6 people. And I had to rent a Bobcat for another day. So I really hope these Apex payouts get approved because, man, it's getting expensive. All right, so I'm looking for so we have the 200 moving average, we have the VWAP, we have the opening range low. So we have a lot of support here. So it's a good area for me to start looking for a 2-legged pullback. So I get push up, a pullback with the higher low. See how this is lower low, so this doesn't count as a 2-legged pullback yet for me. It could reverse, and I could miss the trade, but that's not my signal. So I'm gonna look for a higher low, and then I'll enter into these stops. All right, so you need to see this to be above the 20 EMA as well. And it's only going to be for a quick spike. And usually the stop orders that go through will send it. And we're in and out of the trade for, just a couple seconds. How big is my yard? About an acre. But that was just the front yard. It's uneven and stuff. That's why I regraded it. Kind of uneven and stuff, and that's why I decided I had it ripped up in November because I had to get something repaired with the sewer. So they kind of ruined the grass. So then I went down the rabbit hole with I'm gonna do cut trees, plant trees, and then you drive the Bobcat on the grass a couple of times, and he ruins the grass, and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna do new grass. And it's because my friend just did it. My friend's building a new house though, but he just did the grass, and he's like, oh, I got someone for you. And I called for a price, and it wasn't that bad. The price for the grass is not that bad, but the prep work is, man, hope it's worth it. Because then you got to do sprinklers. All right, so we have a low here. So this is not going to be, see, I wish this didn't make a low here because this would have been perfect. I would have been buying it. If this didn't push to the lows here, I would have been buying, and I'm still tempted to buy this. Yeah, see, well, maybe not. But now I'm going to buy it because now that's the, obviously, if we don't break the lows. Even though I don't like this high as much, it's kind of like it didn't close above. So we'll see. Could retest the low still. It could even go lower. So no doubt about that. There was still a lot of momentum here. So, but the key to this is to not get caught in catching the falling knife. I want to get the reversal when I feel like it's ready to go. If I jump in too early, this is what could happen. and I lose because there's also traps to the short side, right? So I'm not as comfortable shorting for some reason. I used to be only short selling trader, and in NASDAQ, I just like to long. Is making $200 per 50 kPa a good day? Yes. Nutty should be my consultant on grass. I've talked to him about it. Because my neighbor scared me. Like, my neighbor, he cares about grass and stuff. Actually, I was like the first time I talked to him about, like, you know, I didn't know. Like, I knew, like, based on his house, he cuts the grass, fertilizes it, and all that stuff. But never really, like, talked to him about landscaping. And he was like, you got to be careful with landscapers because they could just bring in weeds to your lawn from, you know, spreading the weeds from different houses. So you kind of freaked me out. All right, so I'm canceling my order because we made a new low. Got news at 10. Okay, thank you. Didn't even know. But it's making $200 per 50K PA good. Yes, but it's going to take you a long time to get to a payout. But once you're at payout, then yes, it's beautiful. All right, thank you for letting me know about the news. Very violent day today, guys. So I don't have that many accounts to trade, guys, just because I traded a lot of my accounts on the opening trade, and I'm waiting for a payout on a bunch of accounts. And I'm not trading all my take profit accounts. I'm only going to be trading 2 a day. So my funded futures account did not copy. I guess I didn't run the copy trader on NinjaTrader, so. All right, maybe now. Why are people complaining about Apex? Well, there was definitely some reason to complain this time around. Sometimes there's no reason that people complain, but this time there's definitely a good reason to complain. If you got, hit with those emails. All right, so I'm gonna consider this the first leg, and this is the second leg pullback. So we'll see if we could get a breakout for a quick spike for 5 points here. Kind of rejected that. That could be pretty good as well. If it breaks down, that's even better. There we go. Did I copy trade? I did, right? Yes, sir. Man, I love when trading is like this. I'm not not stressing. Things are going so well. Man, it's gonna be a good June, I hope. I really need a good June to kind of set myself up for the second half of the year like I had my first half last year. Last year, the first half was quite amazing. And the second half was decent. Versus now, the first half was decent, but it's not even first half. If I could get, $30,000 this month, I'll be at like 130,000 on the year. And then if I make another 200,000 by second half, then I'm gonna basically match my last year's payouts. And obviously this year's market was pretty challenging and a lot of rule changes. So making the same money this year versus what I made last year is like making at least times and a half. Because last year there's no safety net. You know how much money I'm taking out on Apex right now? There's no safety net. All my accounts are at, safety net. So that's $2,000 per account. How many payouts did I get denied? Those wouldn't have been denied. Stuff like that. So there's a lot of changes. I'm having trouble with take profit market data. Did you log in, Juan, to Tradeovate first? Every time I get an email, I'm hoping it's Apex. Okay, so I have one more account to trade, which I got denied on this account, so we gotta be careful. That's the last account unless I get why am I getting this execute panel protect function automatically activate when monitor is being used for over 4 hours? I turned the monitor on at 8:30 a.m. It's been an hour and a half. I am. Fix my camera. Can't fix the monitor, so I'm gonna have to buy a new monitor. We'll go for a bigger win on this account. Why not? A nice trap there. Definitely could have taken that. All right, but next pullback, and I'll buy. Especially if we have momentum, but if it goes too high, then I gotta be careful. If it goes too high, I gotta get that perfect one candle pullback. Because remember, this is a tick chart, 500 ticks, so it could be just like a micro pullback on the minute chart. It's crazy how violent what's the ATR? I don't even know. 16 on the tick chart. 1950 on the 30-second chart. So ATR is quite extreme today. I don't mind it. Is that the QUANTOWER copy trader? What is? I use QUANTOWER copy trader. I use a very complex system now. I use QUANTOWER, and then I copy trade into TradeSyncer, and then TradeSyncer copies into NinjaTrader, and then from NinjaTrader I copy on Replicanto into accounts. It's a quite extreme process to copy trade between Rhythmic and Tradeovate accounts. But so far, so good. Okay, it's not your first account with Take Profit. Okay, is this pullback as good as I would think, as I would like? I would like a one candle pullback, I think. Yeah. Now it would be buying a breakout instead of buying a pullback, right? Like it's pulled back 40 points. So if it goes up now, it's like that's like buying a breakout. So I'm gonna skip that because I don't really need to trade a lot. Took two trades or so far today, and my best trading ever has been I could trade, 3-4 trades a day, two to four. It just depends on how many accounts I'm waiting for a payout, right? Like now I'm waiting, one group is waiting for a payout, so I can't really trade them. 4 accounts with Apex, 2 with Ball Locks, 3 would Take Profit, or 2 would Take Profit. I'm not waiting for a payout, but I'm going to say that because that's kind of the thinking there. Oh, bearish. So Tradeify has 33% off. So they didn't keep 35, but they didn't go back to 30. So 35% is good, but 33 is not bad. So if I get my payout, I think on Wednesday I'll be able to request my payout. If I get approved, if it's all good, I'm going to be at 5 funded accounts. I have 3 funded now with Tradeify, but I will be at 5, whether it's through evals or through are the payouts the same on evals and straight to funded on Tradeify? Is the payout the same thing? You could take out the safety net. I should know these things, but I just... Prop firms that have multiple tiers of accounts, I can't seem to study enough. because you forget. Okay, we're getting closer to a trade potential here. Yeah, I'm thinking this didn't sell off. It's making higher lows. We got 2 pullbacks here, so if it breaks one more time, I think should be okay. Strange. Is anyone having issues with Take Profit Trader trade evade accounts? Let the chat know, because there's a couple people that are making that claim. We got Ola and Alejandro saying that they're having delays. I wonder if you could trade with 10-minute delay and make some profits. Maybe you guys shouldn't complain. Maybe you guys should keep it to yourself. You could get very rich. I'm just kidding. All right, let's see. Am I gonna get this breakout? I have the 200 moving average there, so it's not ideal, but that's on the tick chart. Looking good for a breakout. Yep, that's how 90 started. But to be honest, it's not going to keep you accountable, okay? So that's not going to be a solution to the problem. Because it's very easy to just end the stream and trade off, whatever. Like, that's not going to change Just so you know. But that's a good reason to start. I think it's, if you are trading and you have time to do YouTube, I think you should. It might take you a while to grow, but if you do grow, you could definitely make income from it. It's the life we live in. How much buffer? On the 25K, it's 1,500. On the 50K, it's 2,000. All right, let's see. I'm kind of nervous about this, but it's only one account. I'm not copy trading because my last account I got a trade. I just got denied a payout on this account. Ha ha ha, man, this two-legged pullback. How well this works, man. So stoked. That's like pretty much my trading day. Finished in an hour. I'm going to double check if I have any other accounts to trade. I don't think so. I think all the other accounts are waiting for a payout. I used 2 contracts. Vintage metal works. Yeah. That's what I gotta understand. Like, why is Apex doing that? Like, honestly, like, it's very hard to like be able to capture all your trades. The good thing is that they're doing screenshots. So Vintage Metal works. What you could do is, this is what I would suggest. I don't know how many trades you take a day. Take the trades at work. Then, log into whatever platform you're trading with on your computer where you have executions. Take a screenshot of the executions, make some notes on there. You could use PowerPoint, so go to Google Slides and you could just plug in your chart and then put some notes next to it. Just make sure you include your accounts, account name, whatever. And I think it's more compliance than anything. But I don't know. I hate when Apex takes like those steps. The only good thing I heard is that those people that are getting those emails to send in your charts, you get unbanned from buying accounts or something. Which the last year was videos. Last year was a compliance for a lot of fraudulent trading, meaning people trade for you. Like, guys, I could take a license of Replicanto and I could trade your accounts. Like, literally, I could copy trade my accounts into your accounts without a problem with Replicanto. They have over internet copy trading, right? And now with stuff like TradeSyncer, this is going to be a huge issue. I mean, TradeSyncer is an online-based copy trader. You literally can trade for other people. it's gonna be a massive issue in a couple of months. I could guarantee that. So I don't think it's so much the trading, it's just them seeing you execute trades. But the screenshots, I don't know how they're gonna really. And we had a beautiful, did we have a trap there? Or is that double bottom? Yeah, we had a little bit of a trap here too. See, I kind of stopped trading the traps as much. I really got to get back into it. Because once I'm at like, my goal is to get to 45 funded accounts. So it will be 20 Apex. Or let's say, I'm not going to count 20 because it's going to be hard to keep 20 at all times. So I'm going to say like 17 Apex, 3 my funded futures. So that's 20, right? Then 5 with traded 5, that's 25. 5 with take profit, that's 30. I'll do definitely a couple with Lucid. If they're gonna pay me out on the first set of accounts, I'm gonna get up to 5 because they have rhythmic and they have straight to funded. So, and the straight to funded does not have a safety net, I believe. Definitely want to do some top step again. So yeah, like 40 accounts. Phidias, obviously Bullnox. Keep forgetting Bullnox. 5 accounts of Bullnox. Funded next, I don't really understand what's the huge what's the huge hype about them? No payout caps. I'm just very, when it comes to new prop firms, I'm very selective. The reason why I'm doing Lucid is because they have rhythmic. But you know, I'm not gonna promote them for a while. But Phidias is good. It's just the one payout a month. So I might do some evals with Phidias because they're still 90% off. And, you know, by end of June, I could still do 2 more of the 25K accounts. I could still trade my live account with them, but I really want to get one more payout so I have more cushion on the live account. Can you explain your entry? Yes, I talk about it all the time. I just talked about it. Guys, as streamers, we can't be talking about setups all day. It's just going to get, for the people that are watching all the time, it's going to get very boring and also repetitive, right? So if you're just tuning in for the first time, or if you just tuned in, like, I can't be explaining the entries every time. I literally just went over the strategy here. So I'm going to go over it again, and then I'm not going to go over it till I actually am taking a trade. I'm looking for a reversal. So I have 3 setups that I trade currently, including the opening range. Opening range trade, that's probably not what you're looking for. You're looking for this. So why did I enter there? I'm looking for 2-legged pullbacks. This is what I call them. I don't know. That's the name. I've heard this term before, and I don't know what that means, but this is what I came up with. So when I'm buying reversals, I love reversals. I love going counter trend. That's my favorite style of trading. It's always going to be. And I just feel more confident buying the dip than shorting the top, right? The dip buy is always my favorite, but it's counter trend, so you got to be careful. You got to be careful, and hold on, guys. The pest control people are here. I forgot to cancel them. Oops. But yeah, so 2-legged pullback. Damn, I had that many evals renewed. Jesus. I just ruined my mood. I gotta cancel all my evals. It's so stupid how much money I waste on that. Where was I? I could explain it here as well, why I would actually buy this breakout here. I put my Apex emails in junk, so I don't notice when I get rebuild. I used to have it. Anyway, trying to think where my example is. So we have a big downtrend, right? So I don't want to just buy. I don't want to just buy the downtrend because you don't know exactly when it's going to bounce. And I used to do it. I would buy support, you know, whether it's moving averages, previous support, whatever. I would sometimes just buy the first green candle oftentimes, and then would just, you know, keep going. So you never know where the bottom is for me. So to combat that and not just take a random entry at support, I like to wait for more than just support. So in this case, we're pulling back and I'm waiting for a two-legged pullback. Two-legged pullback means if it's going down, it's going to make a move up. It's going to pull back. It's going to make a higher low. And it's going to make a new high. So higher high. And the next next red candle, and I'll buy this breakout. And I'm going to put my stop to enter right there. I'm going to wait for the stops, people that are shorting this, right? Their stops are going to be right there. So I'm waiting for that to trigger and hope that I get a quick spike. And that's why I look for a small profit. I'm not looking for a big move because I haven't seen a lot of again, I'm going counter trend. So I haven't seen a lot of, I've seen some examples, but not a lot where holding the bigger winner would be worth it because it would put me through a lot of stress. Like this trade could have been a loser, but where do I stop out, right? Where would I stop out? If I'm long here, putting your stop right here is the worst spot to put your stop. So you got to risk like down here. That's a way too big of a. So when I take the small gains, at least my win rate's really high and I don't have to worry about stop loss getting hit as much. I could freeze the card. Well, I have some funded accounts on that card too. And I use the card for other things, so I don't think I could freeze it. Back to 6 accounts with Apex. I have 9 past evals. Well, the activation fee is only $100. They're running a promo on that. So the 71% promo is not worth it, but so that's why I don't have it on my screen. But the $100 activation is worth it. So if you bought accounts at 90% off and then you activate them for $100, it's pretty good. Which is how that works. Yeah, it's a new plugin. I don't know if it's new. I got some emails saying that this guy copied it, so I'm not even going to talk about it today. But yes, it's a plugin. I got to do some more research. I don't think he copied it. I think he made his own. It looks the same. Or, you know, I'm going to actually try to get both and compare Oh man, I am so pumped for June. We're cooking, guys. We are cooking right now with these accounts. Holy smokes. We're getting Bull Knox payout tomorrow. Tradeify payout Wednesday, I think. Take Profit Trader payout today. Lucid is halfway to payout. My funded futures I gotta work on. Where can I get it? I mean, I'll post the link, but it's gonna be. Why would they not pay you? Oh, because of the pictures? Well, if you make the pictures and stuff, they'll pay you. There's people in my Discord already talking about that. They got paid even though they're on the. But yeah, I would just get a payout from the accounts you have first. Okay, so people are definitely talking about the Take Profit Trader issues in my Discord. I am not affiliated with them. It's just with my Discord, there is a $25 off. So it's $50 for that. But again, buy at your own discretion. That's why I hate sometimes using stuff on my stream, because everyone wants to know everything and then they complain. Like, I literally got emails about I got emails about the plugin. Like, oh, this guy made it first. Like, I don't care. I don't care about the drama. Don't want it, don't buy it. I thought it was free, and I sent the guy the money. Like, I sent him $150 for this. That's how good I thought it was. All right, so now I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do. I don't really have any accounts to trade. I've been following my rule of trading one trade per account. Unless I take one of my lower balance accounts and try to grow it. Like one of these, I guess $600 in it. Or 1,000. Maybe. There's a good setup. I will do that. What am I copy trading on? What do you mean? I am copy trading. I took 3 trades today, and I have this many accounts. Plus my Tradeify. 3 accounts with Tradeify, so I'm definitely copy trading. It's a big range. Maybe I should get some top step accounts. And work on evals of other prop firms that I still want to, like my fund of futures I got to trade. I just don't know. I feel like trading evals is such a hassle. How are you guys doing now? How is the chat doing? That's the thing. That is the question. How is the chat doing? You guys green? Who's got some solid payouts in May? Anyone? Maybe I should update my payouts. I could do that. We could work on that. We could work on my Ninja Trader setup. I'm just waiting for topsoil to arrive. Once it arrives, I will be going back into work mode. Finally, we got some nice weather this week. Not a good month. I've been seeing that a lot, how May was a terrible month for a lot of people, like even some good traders. So it's so weird for me. Like, that's why I feel like trading is so personal, because for me, it was my best month of the year. And like PNL wise, I'm definitely finishing the month at least 30,000. Could be 35, because I'm still going to count the Apex payouts because I requested them on May 29th. So Apex payouts, I always count when it's just easier to go back and, you know, and see when you requested the payout versus when you got approved. Versus Bull Knocks, how I keep track of my payouts is when I receive the payout. So Bull Knocks, I did request on Friday, but it's going to get paid tomorrow after close. So I'm going to count it for June. And I've always done that since the beginning, because it's hard to keep track of Bull Knocks payouts until you actually go to your PayPal account. And that's how I get paid with Bull Knocks, at least. I do PayPal, so I'm not sure why I do that, but there's no fee. There was a fee back in the day, but not anymore. So it's just fast. And yeah, you could search up Bolnox and you get your payouts. But it's much easier to, keep track or going back to it. How can you get into my Discord? My Discord is kind of closed, but I post links sometimes. Supposed to post it Friday, but I forgot, so maybe I'll post it later today. But my Discord is kind of quiet lately. There's a lot of new Discords popping up and stuff, so my Discord is just, I'm not that active in there because I'm always working. So what is the best deal on evals right now? Bolnox, I think. Bolnox is 90% off. Phidias, but Phidias is an acquired taste. I wouldn't use that as a primary prop firm by any means. Even Bolnox is tough to use as a primary prop firm because of the infrequent payouts. Which do you recommend for primary one? I would say Take Profit Trader, Apex, Tradeify, and maybe My Funded Futures or even Top Step. Top Step is a primary prop firm because you could get paid every 5 days. It's not easy to do so, but it's doable. Versus Bolnox, you get 3 payouts and they're capped. If they were uncapped, that's different, but they're capped. You could get 3 payouts in 2 months. So realistically, if you have a perfect start to Bolnox in the first 2 months, you could only you can only do try and think 45. I mean, realistically, it's still a nice number. You could get, I'm just saying it's very hard to do, but you could technically get 13,000 in 2 months on Bolnox on the first 3 accounts. Do I like Top Step? Yes. I don't use them because of the rhythmic difference. Like if I was using Project X, yeah, I would definitely use them. But I think I'm gonna try because I've been so consistent that the daily loss limit on Top Step's not gonna bother me that much. Hyro, good morning. Yep. Bolnox does not have really any rules, which is what makes them great. If they would just change the way they do their payout, so instead of counting 10 days at payout, if they would just count it at request date, that would make Bolnox a primary prop firm. Because right now, how it works with Bolnox is you request a payout on Friday. And then, like I could show you kind of how it works, and the calendar is going to be better. Okay, so my last payout with Bolnox was on the 13th of May. Okay. So 14th is my first trading day with new payout window. I had to request by the 9th to get paid on the 13th. Okay, so that was my last payout. So I traded 14th was my first day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And I can't request a payout here, so I got to wait till the 30th. So I got 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. 12th day I could request a payout, and I'm getting this payout from the 30th tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we'll start day number 1 of the next payout window. So even though you have to trade 10 days, and we had a holiday here, so if we didn't have a holiday, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days before I could request a payout. So even though the minimal trading requirement is 10 days, you can't request a payout every 10 days. You got to wait 13 days. And that's how it's designed. So now I'm going to get a payout tomorrow. And then on my dad's birthday, I'll start next payout window. So let's count 10 days, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 again. 9, 10. So on the 17th, I'll have 10 trading days. But then I can't request till the 20th. And then I'm going to get paid on the 25th. Okay, so this is how I'm saying we could get 3 payouts per 2 months. So I got a payout in May. I requested on May 9th. And now my third payout is going to be on the 25th. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically 2 months. And it's going to be only my third payout. And then let's go to July. So we got 25th will be start of a new payout. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So then on the 15th, of July 15th, I'll get my 4th payout. So May, June, July is the 3rd month already. So, you know, it's roughly 3 payouts per 2 months. You might be able to squeeze 4 payouts in 2 months. Like I'm getting paid on the first week of June. So maybe by end of July, I will have 4 payouts from tomorrow. But it's going to be tough. Yes, so that's the main difference, Gyrix. It's very hard. And then the problem with Bullnox is you can only have 3 accounts. If you could have 11 accounts Bullnox, that's a different ballgame. You could just have a different set of accounts for a different time, and you'll get a payout every week. But that's not the case. Yeah, apparently there's a live thing going on with Bullnox too. I'm not sure exactly how that's gonna work or how that's gonna come out. I will be uncapped with payouts after this payout with Bullnox on the accounts I have, the 3 accounts I have. So, or 2 accounts, whatever. So after tomorrow, the next payout is uncapped. So my goal is going to be to make way more than $1,500. I'm going to try to make in next, next payout window, I want to make as much as possible. And then bring the account back down. And then, trade for 13 days, but try to make $300 to $400 per day. And try to take out $3,000 per payout window. and then it's gonna make it a little bit better. So evals, I do better when I just YOLO them as far as the efficiency goes. But if I'm actually trading an eval properly, then my win ratio is way higher as far as like passing evals. But if I had to do it all the time, I would just get kind of burnt out. But for example, lucid trading, I did an eval. It took me 9 days to pass. So 1 day to pass, I believe they are, or maybe 3 days. I don't know. But it took me 1 day to pass. When it comes to Tradeify, have any examples? See, I'm on 5 days here on this eval. And I'm not rushing it, but I got to pass this eval as soon as possible, because if I pass this eval, then I'm good. If I don't pass this eval, then I want to buy a straight to funded account if this account is approved. So this account just hit my payout, so I'm gonna flip it for next 2 days. I'm not gonna risk, because my first payout will bull knock, so I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna just take out the 3,000, well, $2,000 payout out of the $3,000 balance, and that's gonna pay for this account and a couple other accounts. And I'm just trying to see how the process works with payouts with Tradeify. You know, are they gonna give me any issues with trading for a few seconds? All that stuff. And then if they are good to go, then I'm gonna obviously get to 5 accounts. I currently have 3 accounts funded. This one's closed, so this could be a 4th, and then I could buy a straight to funded account. Maybe I should get a 150K straight to funded and full port ORB on it. You know, that would be one, but it's 20% consistency, you know, so I would have to see, like, is it worth full porting? Full porting means like 6-7 contracts. You're breaking a record on live account on YouTube? Why? As far as how many fundeds I have? Nah. You haven't seen Kyle. Kyle from Damn Good Trading has like 50 accounts all the time. Nah. But I'm doing it though. I've always talked about it. When I'm not consistent, I don't go for it, right? I don't copy trade. I trade individually. I don't have as many accounts. But when I get into my mode and into my streak, then I start to increase. And right now I'm not losing any accounts for the most part. So I'm just going to keep adding and they're going to keep growing. But when I'm losing accounts, when I go on a bad streak like I did in March, then you're not going to see me with a lot of accounts, because number one, I'm losing them. And number two is I'm not going to be as aggressive on passing as many. But I would like to get to a $50,000 payout this month. That would make me feel really good if I could get to a $50,000 payout this month. And that's really not that much to ask for with the way I'm trading right now, the way my accounts are standing right now. It's not like I am trying to go from 0 to 50,000. I'm already, you know, at safety net with so many accounts. I'm already, you know, I already did my grind, right? The grind to get to the first payout. I'm already past that for the most part. And that, you know, getting to 5 take profit trader accounts, it takes forever, especially to get them to the payout stage. I mean, take profit trader is just, I mean, getting that payout this morning or late last night, whatever it was, just feels so good. You know, like I made $350 per account today, and that money is mine. I'm taking that money out. That's paying for my topsoil today. Truck of topsoil is getting paid from Take Profit Trader. 1 day of work. I can't lose. The work I've done today, I can't lose tomorrow. I mean, it's a glitch in the system. If there is a glitch in the system, that is it. On Apex, on every other problem I have right now, I could lose today's progress tomorrow. On Take Profit Trader, I can't, because that money is going to be out of the account before tomorrow. How crazy is that? And how crazy is that fact that it took me so long to get on board? It's crazy how long it took me to understand the daily payout concepts. And there's another prop firm that's going to have 3 accounts that are going to be very similar to TopStep. Similar to Take Profit. They already exist. They've been around for a long time. And the main difference between them and Take Profit right now is that the minimum payout is $250 because they don't have a wallet system. So with Take Profit Trader, they have a wallet system, so you could take out $10 and you put it in the wallet. And then once you build up the wallet to $250, then you could request it to your bank account. But the money in the wallet is safe. It's safe, and you can use that money to buy more accounts. And that's what I think you should do. When you buy Take Profit Trader account, you get 1 account. You don't take the money out of the wallet. Keep the money in there. That's not your money yet. You still haven't, only because you get to 1 payout does not mean you take the money to your bank. It's money that you should be using to grow accounts, and then using the house money to get to 3, 4 accounts, maybe 5 accounts slowly. That's the thing with Take Profit Trader. It's a slow process. Everyone wants to rush it, and that's why everyone says it's a curse. And I've been on that path where I try to pass the Take Profit Trader accounts fast, and I try to get to a payout fast. And it feels so nice to get to a payout fast, but a lot of times you will fail many times before you get to a payout fast, and then you actually set yourself back more than if you just took your time and you traded really like the way you really trade. 1-to-1 per trade? No, I risk way more than that. Usually I risk like 4-to-1 right now. It's not full 4-to-1. It's like 3-to-1, 3.5-to-1. Don't say out loud it's a glitch. Well, you know what I mean. It's not a glitch. It's how they design it. I mean, you get an email with them every day. They're the ones promoting it. It's a payout every day. So you can't lose your progress from previous days. But where they get you is you want to skip that grind, right? You want to skip the grind and you just want to get to a payout right away. And it's very common to see that. Ballistic, what size accounts are you trading? $50Ks, 10 contracts, 61 ticks is how I pass most of my evals, and it's definitely doable with trailing drawdown, but you got to trade it at the right time. You got to do it when it's volatile and not choppy. Because when it's choppy, that's when you... But 61 ticks is not that much. I mean, if we take this, this is how much you need. 15 points to pass an eval. So as long as you get this much of a move that's clean, you pass. I do not trade a personal account. I don't really see a benefit of that right now. I really don't see a benefit of trading a personal account besides bragging rights and Did I like the UCL final? I stopped watching after first half. I wanted to drive my Bobcat. I had to rent another one. I had to rent the big one this time. The amount of money I spent on rental equipment, I could have just hired a big company to do my stuff. But, you know, it's nice to learn. But it was a blowout game. I think Barcelona PSG would have been way better. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I'm a Barcelona fan. I also missed the F1 race. So I kind of want to. I saw the highlights, but I don't know what the hell Max was doing. That's Max is behaving like Apex, making dumb decisions. What do traders say about elite trader funding? Elite trader funding is really pushing on their email marketing. All right, guys, I'm going to update my payouts. I want to see where I'm at right now. Let's see where I'm at because we're going to have to switch over to June soon. All right, guys, I learned a lesson. Always name your spreadsheets because untitled spreadsheet times 10 does not help. Okay, found it. How the hell are we going to do that? How are we going to do this? Oh, man. I need someone to... Actually, I have a spreadsheet for payouts, but it's like a financial spreadsheet. I guess I can move... I'm going to delete all the calculations. Calculations will start fresh. Don't make fun of me, guys, but I make my life so difficult for no reason. All right, so we got 900, 1100, 1598, and 1450 approved. Okay. So, technically I could delete this and just do a new one. Damn, so many payouts. I want to see what my total would be if I didn't get denied any payouts. So this would be my Apex payouts if I didn't get denied or whatever for May. $32,000. Holy smokes. Haven't had a month like that in a long time. All right, so let's now delete the denied ones. They don't count. And these are under review, so these don't count either. But I'm gonna keep them for now, and then we're gonna delete them once they So Bullnox was 4,100, 4,500. That's the total for the month. And take profit is the hardest one to calculate, because take profit, if you don't keep track of it every day, it's so hard. Okay, so this weekend I got 2. Hold on, I missed one from last week. 240. 270. See, like, it's impossible. I already lost track how many I didn't put in. I have to start putting dates next to them. So I'm just gonna put in like 4 payouts. I'm gonna be off by like a couple $100, but I'll do this officially one by one. So these are payouts after commissions, obviously. All right, so what's the total now? So it's 4,000. Oh, I'm missing Phidias payout. Okay. Yeah, so $35,000 a month if I get approved on these. It's not bad. $10,000 more than I was expecting. If I don't get a payout on these accounts, then I will be... Right now I'm at 29,700. So I'm pretty sure I missed one more take profit trader payout. So $30,000 a month in May, which is solid. $30,000 a month with, let's say, $5,000 a month expenses. That's a 300K a year. 25,000 a month. Yeah, guys, 300. See, we talk about, oh, $25,000 is nothing. That's $300,000 a year. That's doctor money, guys. That is money that most people don't make and will never make in a single year. How do you document all your trades? I just screen record. I don't really document. I gotta undo like journals and stuff. I screen record just in case something goes wrong. I could go back and see. Or if I lose, I could kind of, that's how I learned about the spread and how the ORB just wasn't working, how it lagged. And that kind of allowed me to find a solution. Thanks to obviously someone in chat mentioning something, and it's nice to document your trades, but I just don't have the, I feel like I don't have the time. I'm too busy of a person to focus just on trading. Like literally yesterday I got done with work at my house at 8 p.m. From 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. all day outside. Today, since I'm done streaming, I'm going outside and I'm going to be out there till 8 p.m. So when I get back home, I just want to relax and eat and go to bed. Maybe play some Call of Duty. So I don't really have time to like journal my trades. You don't trade at home? I do. What I'm saying is I go outside and I work on my house. Like I have a lot of projects going on. I've been having projects since the garage build. So I did my garage over the winter. That took a few months. Now I did my landscaping. Taxes weren't so bad, so using that extra cash, I mean, they still sucked, but I used to always have a separate office. Until COVID, I had a separate office. I used to trade in my office, my DJ office. It was the best because you get away and you feel like you're at work. Shah, good evening to you, or good night, whatever. Kenya, how many hours ahead is that? It's got to be at least 7 hours, 8 hours ahead. 8 hours ahead. 9 hours. No, 7 hours. My math is not mathing. Yeah, 7 hours. What was the process from blowing up all my accounts to going on the crazy May? Number one was obviously when I was not doing well, which was going back to March, I went down to micros. One of the reasons why I went down to micros is because the market was very volatile at the same time. So it was an easy transition, but it was very difficult to trade minis. So like I had to be forced to go to micros, and that kind of helped me to start the recovery, I guess. But it was still a very expensive recovery. I think I spent a lot more money this year on accounts up in the first 4 months than I did last year. And I have a lot less payouts. Obviously, a lot has to do with the fact that there's a safety net. And I actually want to just see something. Safety net is one thing, but there are also the denials, right? Safety net is one thing because all my accounts right here will give me pretty much a full payout of $2,000. Anything that's over 2,600 will give me a full $2,000 payout, and that's the main difference. But let's just see how much would I be up if I didn't get denied any payouts this year. Slade, what's going on? So you had a good day on Top Step. All right, so these are all my payouts from Apex this year. If I didn't get denied on any, I'll be at I was like, it's like no, it's not possible. Well, that's January 2024. Just still a pretty solid, it's pretty solid and impressive number to look at. $112,000 if I didn't get denied any payouts, right? So 112,000 just from Apex. And then I got to take out all this because I got denied. That right there, look, puts me there. I got denied all this. That puts me there. Denied, 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 and denied. So I'm at 75,000 from Apex alone. Instead of 112. That's crazy difference because when you factor in fees, I mean, it's a crazy difference. And that's with the safety net. If we take out the safety net, then it's gonna this would be at 150 easy. It's always the MAE. Like this account got denied in this payout window, right? So let's go back to May 22nd. So we could do that quite easily. We'll do this. We'll take off the okay. So this basically eliminates the overnight session, so it's easy to distinguish the days. So I actually like trading like this a lot too. So you see the gaps a lot cleaner. Something to consider. All right, May 22nd. So I got denied here for a so it wasn't my opening range trade. That's why I got denied. Okay, so here it went against me. I had probably 2 contracts. And went against me $1,200. And that's why I got denied. See? So it wasn't the opening trade. That's why I got approved on the other ones. So it was a winning trade, but I was down $1,200, $1,100, and they denied me. Rightfully so. Now, do I like that? No, I wish they wouldn't have that rule, but if they had a daily loss limit, I would have hit that. So instead of being green on trade, I would have been red. Quant, bank account for Take Profit Trader. Orhan, good afternoon to you. I'm glad to see that. A lot of times when I'm reading that message, I was expecting the total opposite. Hi, Alpine, and all good people in the chat. I have put much money learning trading, but now it feels like, and I was about to read, it feels like I can't continue and I want to give up. That's usually how this message ends. And you're saying you cracked it and you're getting payouts often now. That's awesome. Was it because it's not part of your usual strategy? No. It is. It was the same trades I took today. It was the same trades I took today. Double pullback. Oh, wait. Okay, so let's compare this trade here. I'm like looking at it. So let's compare this trade today, right? So we have one pullback. This candle, so this is too thick. Hold on. So this is one pullback. This is a second pullback. Higher low. So I'm going to take a breakout here, right? So I have 1, 2. So above that, I buy. Okay, so that's the setup here. So let's see if my May 22nd trade was the same. Or did I just chase that one? I don't remember. Yeah, so this one is a little bit different, but it's the same reason why I took the trade. So after a big move down, we have a pullback, higher low, higher low. So now I'm going to buy a breakout above that. Now, I got caught up in chop. It wasn't clean. That's why it pulled back. But if I had to explain why I took that trade, at least I have an explanation. It's the same exact trade I took today 3 times, and my win ratio on it has been amazing. And I've been always trying to find someone gave me a Red Bull. I've been trying to find a second trade I could get 22 ticks on consistently. And I feel like I'm getting there closer and closer. How did I learn how to trade? Man, it's been 9 years. You know how many things I've went through. But as I always say, the one biggest thing I learned about trading is that everyone that is profitable trades their own strategy. That's like the number one thing I've learned, and I'm very I have a very strong feeling about that. Like everyone I've met that is somewhat profitable in some way, shape, or form in a good way trades their own strategy. They're not copying someone else. They're not trading someone else's strategy. They're trading a strategy they came up with on their own. Obviously, it's always a tweak of someone else's strategy and whatnot, but a lot of times you'll learn your own strategy based on what you see in the market once you watch the market and you trade. It's very difficult to learn a strategy if you don't trade. If you're just looking at the chart, you might see something, but it doesn't really work because you might see it in hindsight. How do I learn about my traps and my break two-legged pullbacks? I learned because I used to be the person that used to get on the other side of it. So the traps is an ideal place to, put a stop after you get into a trade or buy a breakout. So if, let's say, the market has been trending up, but now it's trending down, right? It's trending down and make a new low. It pulls back. It makes a new low again, right? So you have this kind of move. And how many times I bought this breakout, I'm like, oh, now if it breaks this, it's going to come back to the highs, right? Because it's been strong all day. And then I would buy up here, and then it just dumps on me. And I'm like, why is it happening? Like, I get in instantly. Like, it might be chopping around, but as soon as I buy, it just dumps. And I'm like, why? And then, it happens a few times for a couple months and you don't notice it. But then it's going to happen eventually where you're going to be like, wow, like that could be actually the opposite reason why I take a trade in the other direction, right? So you come up with that. So that's how I came up with my 3 strategies that I had right now. Is the reason why I came up with them is because I used to do the opposite. How did the opening range trade get formed? So we have right before the open, there's obviously less volatility, and then at the open, the volatility is going to increase. And that's why I call it the opening range. The range meaning the ATR, average true range. This becomes much higher at the open. And that's why I call it the opening range trade. It's not because I have levels and whatnot. But in stocks, I used to trade it where, okay, I might mark out some resistance, some support. If the stock opens and it pops, I short the pop. I will short and then hope for a retrace. And if it has a quick dump, I'll buy and hope for a quick pop, for a quick scalp, right? And it works in stocks pretty well if you do it right and whatever, pick the right stocks. This is small cap trading. Small caps, low floats. So I used to do it in futures too. And what did I do? Market's about to open. It popped. Now it's short. Usually will go against me a little bit and then maybe pull back for a small, small gain or whatever I was doing, whether I was using limit orders or not. It depended on when I was doing it. So after a while, I realized that every time I short, it goes a little bit past me and I win, or if it goes past me and could never come back, right? But it was very rare where I would get in the top and it would pull back. So like I would enter right here and it would pull back. It was very rare. It was always usually 2 scenarios where I would still win on the trade, but it went against me first. So I would have to go through some drawdown and then it would pull back. So I was like, why not go with the direction of the initial move of the open? If I go with the direction of the initial move, I should be able to get my 10 ticks. And that's what I started with, 10 ticks or even 9 ticks. And then I increased it to like 14 ticks and then 15 ticks. And now I'm at 22. That's not, I changed that because of, I was showing the evals. But yeah, usually 22 ticks. That's what you see on my screen. The main reason why I do 21 ticks is because it's $100 after commissions. Okay, that's the idea where it came from, where I feel confident with that number. Because I know I could get 30, but there's going to be times where I can't get 30. And it's going to be frustrating. Like today, I could have done 100 and I would have won. Today was an amazing, ORB. Look, today I could have done probably 1,000 ticks. 590. So you see, like it could definitely work if I just held on to a piece, but that is not the strategy. For every time I get this big win, I would get stopped out break even so many times that if I win this much, let's say once out of 5 times or 6 times, it would still only be as much as if I just take the profit, right? Because if you take, let's say 5 trades and you're up $200 and then you let them come back to break even, that's $1,000. And then one time it wins, I might make $1,000. And then your consistency rule gets screwed up and your stress levels go up. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. This is my open range trade today. I feel like everyone's gonna start doing it. I'm just worried that they're gonna come up with some stupid rules. I learned my lesson last year. Everyone thought I was crazy until it happened. Yeah, so we have the open here. And there's a kind of reason why I chose that entry. Yeah, this is, again, a tick chart. So these candles form in seconds, guys. This is like, look, this is 4th candle in 14 seconds, right? So 1 minute is here. Okay, this is the next minute. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles. Now, I don't necessarily trade on the tick chart. Sometimes I do 30-second chart because I would prefer to trade on the tick chart, but there's a specific reason why I trade on a second chart, because I could see, right? I could see the time when I should be ready. It's like being in a sprint race and seeing the countdown when I could start. I don't want a false start. So with ticks, you never know exactly when, you know, I would have to have a big clock somewhere close by. 2 contracts. Again, it's $100 per trade, so per contract. So if you see $200, that's 2 contracts. If you see $400, that's 4 contracts. You have a tick counter on your chart, the same way you could tell time. How? How could that be? I would need to have a tick and time at the same time. Well, I have a tick counter. Tick counter doesn't help me. I need time. Did I figure out Ninja? Yeah, I got I didn't really play with it much. I got affordable indicators. So I have the plugins for like the let's see, I think it's like indicators or something. Like I have the enhanced chart trader now. See if we could add that to this chart. See, I have this now. This is, but Nutty's got it all like figured out. I don't know how he did that, but the only thing I don't see, I got to ask Nutty if it's possible, and I think it is because I think he does it. Well, maybe it's not possible, but if I do this, right, I have this. So I could do
Order
that.
submitted. Order
So
submitted.
that's not bad, but it's definitely not as fast as QUANTOWER.
Order cancel. Order
No, not
canceled.
that eventually maybe I will need this. I'm probably not gonna need this much. So I'll do OCO.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
So now this should be an OCO order. Is that gonna be the case?
Order filled.
Yep. So that's not bad. It's gonna give me an OCO. I could at least break even on that too, so that's pretty cool. What happens when you're under, if I hit break even? Is it gonna put an order at break even? Or is it gonna stop me out? I guess you can't even do it. Why is there no bid button?
Order filled.
Why can't I use the bid? Pretty wild. But yeah, eventually maybe I'll have use for this. For now, I don't really have use because I'm not gonna be really trading on NinjaTrader. I'm just gonna be copying into NinjaTrader. But maybe for some evals and stuff. And it's nice that they have a sim account so you could like, mess around.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled.
As far as my Tradeify accounts go, I gotta disconnect and connect. I also have this, I forgot. But yeah, I don't know. Something about NinjaTrader that just makes it more difficult to use than QuantTower. And it's just not as smooth. I don't know. Yeah, so you also have this on Tradeify. I mean, on Tradeify, on NinjaTrader. So like, it's pretty cool. This is what Nutty uses, I think. I just figured he made it nicer. But yeah, Tradeify, add payout, guys. Gonna flip for 2 days. That's a payout. And then I'm $1,000 away from getting another funded here. But yeah, I gotta spend some time on NinjaTrader and setting it up properly and all that. Pip drunk, yeah, exactly. But the way I trade is just, you know, if I was going to do a opening range trade on NinjaTrader the old school way, like without affordable indicators, I would do exactly what you just said. I would do a right click,
Order submitted.
buy, sell click
Order
low, super
submitted.
low, and then I would just adjust. Right, I would just adjust. But it's still not as quick. Today on QUANTOWER, I didn't even place the short order. It was just long.
Order canceled.
Oh. Red Bull. I need food actually. Good job, Alpine. Is that a dashboard from third party? Yes, it is. Victor, I've been using NinjaTrader way before QUANTOWER for a long time. I switched over to QUANTOWER for a couple of reasons. One of them was the brackets. And number two, back in the day when I started my opening range trade, I used to use what's called a scheduled orders. So I would schedule the order so it wouldn't trigger early. Because I used to place it super tight to the opening price, which is crazy. Man, the opening range trade has evolved so much since my beginning stages of it. And that's why you can't copy someone. See, like, you can't copy someone. You got to come up with something on your own, and then you could, you know, you're able to tweak it when it doesn't work. I mean, I went through the same thing. I could tell you not to do it, but you're going to do it because we all go to the same path. Some paths are longer, some are shorter for some people, right? But we all go through the same path. What do I think about the Panamera? I like the one that's like a station wagon looking one. Cross Turismo or something. Do you think we should start with 150K take profit? I'll do a mix and then 150K is very difficult to do. Taycan is cool. Nah, Taycan's not a Porsche. It's I mean, I guess, but it's not what Porsche stands for, so I would never buy one. Porsche is known to be a very simple car, and I feel like electric cars have to be very techy. I don't know. A lot of problems with electric cars. Would you recommend a second-hand Porsche? Of course. I've had one for 7 years now. Was it 6, 7 years? I mean, 7 years, guys. Jesus Christ. Wow. I've had my Boxster for 7 years on July 4th. It's crazy because I got mine 9/11 exactly a year ago, guys. In like 2 weeks, it's going to be a year. Like 3 weeks. Where's the time go? Where the hell is the time going, guys? Have I ever do the Porsche driving experience? No, for someone like me, it's a waste of time. My brother did it, and he said it was not good. Because we go to the track, right? We go to a real track. Actually, yesterday was supposed to be my track day, but I had to skip it. But once you go to a track, it's like, you know, they don't let you push the car like that. But you mean in Leeds, as in England? Days drag? I don't know, Chuck. Give me some of your secret sauce to make your days drag, because I literally thought it was like May 1st still, and it's June 1st. It's June 2nd, actually. I wish I could say the same thing, but I did not even have time to look at my charts and look at my computer. Like I had no time for anything. And this weekend's even worse. I am slammed this weekend. This is one of my busiest weekends for DJing. From Thursday through Friday. No, Saturday. Where's my topsoil? I want to be done. It's 12 o'clock. I may be calling it here soon. I'm done trading because I'm waiting for payouts. I was hoping Apex would approve me before I go, but still waiting. I got approved and denied on the Thursday payouts, but the Friday ones are still pending. And today, do I have any payouts today? I don't know. I might have some more payouts today. Like this account, for example. Hold on. Who's calling? Oh man. One of my employees, not like a full-time one, but can't work Thursday now. So I gotta work Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Oh, I'm gonna hate it. Oh man. Especially if I'm getting like so many payouts. That's when you don't want to work anymore. Just want to be a full-time trader, but it's just not possible. We had some nice two-legged pullbacks here, guys, that I liked, but market's kind of going right back up to the highs. Crazy. It looked super strong here. Probably blew up a bunch of people. Reversed at the resistance. Bounced off the support. It's going to retest the resistance again. It's crazy, but these are the best type of trading days in my opinion, because there's opportunity all the time. Versus if the market just keeps going straight up or straight down, it's like, at what point are you going to chase? After I pass the cash 25K account, yes, so if you got the 25K, so you're gonna get it to pay out at $1,500. So once you start getting, into the funded, you gotta make $1,500. Don't make more because you're not gonna get it. So you want to make $1,500 and stop. And then when you get to $1,500, you're gonna get $1,000 payout, and then $500 will go to a live account. And you could do that up to 5 accounts. So then you could have $2,500 worth of drawdown in the live account. It's one of the it's the fastest, from what I know, it's the fastest way to get a payout in this industry. Literally 2 days. Yeah, you could do it with one account. I did. But you already got it to 1,500, or you plan on doing it? I don't recommend going for 1,500, but I've done it in 3 days, the fastest. Can QUANTOWER allow multiple account bracket orders? Yes. Only prop firm that I've noticed or that I've been told that won't work is like Top Step with Project X. Like, it apparently won't work with the brackets, but everything else works. I'm also supposed to have a call with Trade Day at 2:30 today, guys. I should ask them if I could do it now. So Trade Day is going to be my go-to prop firm as well, because they're going to be exactly the same as Take Profit Traders. So I'm going to have 8 daily payout accounts. 8 daily payout accounts is going to basically be as close of a guarantee to a daily payout for the whole month as possible. Not I'm not going to do it from every account, but from those 8 accounts, I'll make sure I get $500 a day. That's going to be my goal on average. And then from Apex, maybe 30,000. Bull Knox, hopefully 5, maybe 6,000 a month. Could start cooking, guys. We could start making some big payouts again. This is the closest I've been to like feeling confident all year. Before, I was trying to survive, get payouts, make sure I spend no more than a quarter of my payouts on fees overall. Right, there's going to be months where it's more or less, but overall, make sure like that's the. Because then let's say I didn't improve my month, right, and I was still doing the same thing I was doing, and let's say I got to $200,000 on the year and I spent $50,000 on fees. That's $150,000. It doesn't seem like a lot, and I want to slap myself for saying that, right? Because it doesn't seem like a lot, but at the same time, that is what I talked about making last year. I wanted to make $150,000 all year. We lose senses so quickly as traders. It's the most, I don't know how to explain it. It's the most like, I don't know if any, I guess gambling would be the second closest to this, but like it's so hard to be satisfied with less. You know, like when you get to one point, you know, let's say you make 500,000 in the month. I mean, in a year. In the month, that would be crazy, which is possible, right? Those big payouts are happening where they make 500,000 in the month. Like I wouldn't want that. I mean, I would take it, of course, but I wouldn't want that because I know how it would affect me moving forward. If I made $500,000 in 1 month from payouts, let's say it's you're working towards those payouts for 2 months or 3 months or 4 months, whatever. But you take it out in 1 month, and then after that, you can only take out 20, 30,000. Those 20, 30,000 months would feel like peanuts. They would feel like just that happened to me last year, right? Where I went from 35 to 50,000 to like 40,000 to 82,000. And then I went down to 22,000 for 2 months in a row. And when I got after 82,000, when I got 22,000, I was like, wow, this is a terrible month for me. Like this is like literally, like I felt like it was a terrible month, and I was glad to be green, but it was a terrible month. Like how do I only make 22,000 when I just made 82? And then it happened again in June, exactly a year ago. And then like 22,000 by end of the year was a great month. Like how things went from May of last year to end of last year, 22,000 was a great solid month that I wish I had every single month. Is this a really of yours? What? I'm assuming you're asking this is most of my profit from the opening trade. I took 4 trades today, but I copy trade the most accounts on the opening trade. Yes. I just have very high confidence right now. So I want to take advantage of it, but eventually I'm going to get slapped for sure. It's going to be a big loss. Can't win every day. And Andy, thank you. So you hit the $1,500 profit on the cash account. So you're going to get a payout. That's crazy. I like Phidias. I should do one more account with them at least. I could do 2 more. I really want to focus on my funded futures now. I think that's my next focus. Do I like the Phidias 50 case? It's one payout a month. The only good thing about them is that there's no safety net. So you could get to 2,600 and you could take out 2,000, and then you'll get, after the profit split, you'll get 1,600. And you could have 5 accounts, technically 10. So yeah, you can make $16,000 in the month, but it's very difficult. I signed up for a Take Profit Trader test and never received my trading credentials. What platform did you sign up with? And when you log into your dashboard, you don't see your credentials, like you don't see your account. Like your login is in your dashboard. You got to click the account. It's just a new trader license. I've heard of that a couple of times, but that's crazy. I wonder why that happens. Oh god. I need food, I need drinks, I need water or something. I think I'm gonna call it a day, guys. I'm bored. I need to go do something. I'm out of accounts to trade. And yeah, Take Profit is definitely going through some growing pains because I've heard of that a couple of times already. Or maybe use code Alpine. Code Alpine is not my code. Do not use code Alpine with Take Profit, guys, please. Use any code but Alpine. They're stealing the codes nowadays, guys. It's weird they don't allow comments on their X posts. Well, I'm sure it's getting annoying. Yes, every other prop firm, but Take Profit is Alpine. I don't have a code with my funded futures. People got very clever and they're stealing codes. Like Trades by Mac code is stolen on Take Profit. All right, guys. Does affiliate pay that much? Yeah. If people use your code, yeah. I mean, could be free $500 a month. That's a car payment, right? You're not even on YouTube or anything, and you just use someone's code, and you might get some affiliates, and you might make $500 a month. Take Profit has the coolest affiliate program that I've seen too. They give you some free accounts, and they have like a tier, so you go all the way up to 25%. It starts at 10% every month, and then you build up to 15%, 20%, and 25%. So it's quite rewarding, actually. You don't make as much because, not as many people use them, but I don't really. Was I copy trading today? Yes. I've traded 3 groups and 1 single account. So 3 trades plus 1 single account because I was a leftover account. So we got P&L here and P&L here. I am so excited for Tradeify payout, guys. Tradeify payout finally. I don't think I'm gonna break even on it though yet. I'm still gonna be under a little bit overall. I have all 3 accounts actually. I have 1 straight to funded, I have 1 growth, and 1 advanced. I don't even know if I could tell them apart. Well, I could tell them apart by P&L. This one is straight to funded. This one's straight to funded. Yeah, so it's SF, straight funded. This one is growth because of the G, and this is the advanced. Funded advanced, funded growth, straight funded. I wonder what the FT stands for. Well, that 80K is pretty much mine because I've made more than that. So I have another, we just did it. I have another, like 10,000 in payouts, maybe even 15. But I don't really know how much I spent now. Once you start doing that, you're going to affect yourself negatively. And I don't do it for my DJ business or for, and I should, but I don't. Because I'm not really a business person as far as that goes. You'll stress yourself out. I did my 2024 expenses for my evals and my PA fees on April like 10th, a day before I went to do my taxes. Because then, guess what? Guess what mentality changes when you're doing that? Right now, if I count my fees, right now, I want that number to be as low as possible. If I count those fees day before I go do my taxes, I want that number to be as high as possible. Because I already know how much money I have in the bank, and I want to keep as much of that money in my bank, right? So the higher the fees I have, the more money I'll get to keep. So it's a mental trick that I like to use because I don't want to get into like, oh, I spent $20,000. Okay, I spent $20,000, so I want to make that back now. It's all going to balance itself out. It's going to be around 10% of total profit on the year. That's my goal. If I'm at 20%, so be it. But the goal is to be at 10%. It would have to be a very clean rest of the year for it to be at 10%. But last year I was at like 15. Okay, George, you're going to use code Alpine. Nope, no eval ban for me. If I got the ban right now, I would be in the best situation. I'm in a solid consistency. I have plenty of evals. So I would last for at least 3-4 months with Apex before I run out of accounts if they ban me. But I don't plan on buying any accounts for 3 months. I got to cancel all my evals. Am I near a road? Why? Do I only trade using tick charts? Yeah, for executions, yeah. So what's going on with Take Profit? Everyone's having issues. Sounds like engines. Oh, it's a lawnmower. I'm surprised you could hear that. That's somewhere in the distance. I don't know which of my neighbors is cutting their grass, but yeah, I could barely hear it. I could barely hear it here. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. I was like, there's no way that's getting picked up on. But guys, it's that time. It's June. Weather's getting nice. As soon as I finish my landscaping projects, I'm going to be streaming outside. I promise. This is like, that was my favorite thing to do last year in the summer. We're going to do some live streams outside in the sunshine, in the driveway with the Porsche. Okay, reach out to support if they can fix the take profit trader issue. Or they can fix the take profit trader issues. Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of people saying they're having issues, so email them, I guess. All right, guys, no Apex approval yet, so let me just go get food, and I'll see everyone, I think, tomorrow. I think I'm done for the day. I really don't want to... If I'm trading like this, the best part of it all was, I talked about this last year as well, the best part of it all is that I'm done before lunchtime. Like, I could finish trading all my accounts by lunchtime, and especially in the summertime when I'm DJing a lot and I'm working every weekend, you know, I want to be able to enjoy some of the days during the week. I feel like if I stream till 4 o'clock, the day's almost over because I finish the stream at 4, I make food, or I go do one errand somewhere, and it's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and it's day's over. So, but yeah, if you're tuning in late, I did get my Apex payouts approved, half of them. So I requested half on Thursday, half on Friday. So the ones from Thursday got approved, 4 out of 5. One got denied. And we talked about it on stream. I showed this trade. And yes, I was down $1,200 on this specific trade when I broke the rule. Forgot about it. So we'll get to a full $2,000 payout on this account. How many funded do I have? 35? No, 34. All right, guys. I'm gonna go get lunch. I'm starving. I worked all day last night, and then I worked all day yesterday, and then last night I didn't really eat that much. So I'm starving today, and really excited for June, guys. First day off to a great start. 4 for 4 on my trades. Opening range trade, and then 3 double-legged pullback trades. And they were all instant. And I wish I had a person to edit my trades out of the stream and make a quick 2-minute video about them. That would be sick. I should contact someone. I mean, I've been getting reached out by people, but they want some crazy amount of money, and then they do videos for other people, and I don't want to be just like everyone else. So it would be nice. Scott, I got denied for same thing, drawdown. They're charging like $1,500 a month. It's not a lot, but I just feel like it wouldn't be what I'm looking for. I would pay. I mean, it would grow my channel like crazy, but I just want it to be good. Did you have to trade additional days email? No. What's my average hold time for a trade? Ideally 5 to 15 seconds. That's when the trade is perfect. Like all my trades today were like 10 seconds. All 4 of them. Yeah, Eric Pan. It's basically a sniper like execution where every trade's got to be a quick win. The point of the strategy is so it's a quick win. It doesn't stress me out. It gets my trading done. Like I used to trade micros, and I used to trade for like, you would to make $200 a day, I would have to trade like 5-6 trades. Because then you have some losers in there, obviously, because you're holding for much bigger wins. So then you have some losers that you got to balance out. And then just like, I even talked about it when I was trading micros. I'm like, wow, like I'm so happy to be up 150, $200 today. And I worked all day for it versus with my last year's trading where I was done in a minute and made the same or more. Yeah, Apex does not have any restrictions on scalping. The only thing you have to watch for is the 5-to-1 risk reward. Okay. And you could get denied payouts. I mean, I got denied, right? I didn't get denied for scalping, but I got denied for breaking the drawdown rule. But I'm looking to make $100 per contract. And I'm trying not to risk more than $400 per contract, but sometimes it happens. So it's within 5 to 1. You could risk 5 to make 1. My funded futures has 5 points or a 15-second rule. Yeah. So one or the other. So the opening range trade has now been a winner for me. Sometimes it's been lucky. I mean, can't deny that, but it's been on the funded account. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 days. 16 days on the opening range trade, a winner in a row. 16 days with 20 accounts, I get them to a full payout and I take out the maximum payout. But you don't know that. I started with 1 account and I won like 2 days in a row. I did like 3 accounts and I won like 2 days in a row. I went to 5 accounts and slowly been just building up. So I'm now starting, like last week, I started to copy trade a lot of accounts. Orhan, I wouldn't keep track of it on a trading platform. You would have to export your trades into a trading journal, but I wouldn't worry about it because it's an overall. The only way you could break the 5 to 1 rule is really if you're scalping for like 5 ticks and you let the trade go against you and then comes back. But usually you will break the drawdown rule first. Anyway. All right, guys, the place I want to get food at is open till 2 o'clock, so I want to go. All right. I will see you all tomorrow. Let's get after it, and we will hopefully have the best month of the year again in June for me. 5 to 1 is open trades. Actually, is it? No, I think it will be closed. I think open is only the drawdown. Nah, they don't really see your stops. I mean, they kind of... Nah, they don't. They will have to go through your orders. That would be the craziest thing ever. How does a prop firm see your stops? Is if you stop out. So if you have a losing trade, they could see it. But if you have no losing trades, that raises a red flag for them, right? You have no losing trades. How the hell do you not have any losing trades? And then they're going to go through your account and see the drawdown rules. Did he break the drawdown at any point? But it shows them in the... There's got to be some kind of algorithm or something they use for the payout approvals, because sometimes you go from pending right to approved, and sometimes you go under review. When you go under review, I feel like there's something in the system that triggers it. I don't know what it is, but they check every account individually because every account can be traded differently. And they have different drawdowns as well, right? So a account that is, if I trade, let's say, account that's at 53,600 and account that's at 52,300, those drawdown numbers are different. So even though I traded accounts together, the drawdown amount is different. Nope, there is no... Evaluations don't have any rules. Evaluations, you could just do whatever you want for now. You could hedge, you could go 10 contracts, you know, you could do everything you want. Yep, it's 1 to 5 overall. But I've never seen anyone get denied for that, actually. Never actually seen anyone get denied for that. I'm sure it happened, but I've never seen it. And I'm so excited about my Take Profit Trader accounts, guys. Those are like my bread and butter. And hedge means one account and buy, one account and sell. Yep, on evals. You do that unfunded, you get banned. But there's a thing called trailing drawdown, so it's not really that. Everything makes sense, right? Trailing drawdown kind of makes hedging difficult. Then on Take Profit Trader, there's no, it's end of day drawdown. So you got to make $1,500 to lose $1,500 on a 25K account. 25K account is 1-to-1 ratio. So if they didn't have any consistency rules, you could literally hedge 2 evals and pass every time, 100%. You would pay double, but you would always pass. So that's why there's a consistency rule. You can't hedge. So there's always a reason why prop firm does something. Do you prefer getting 150Ks, 50Ks, or 25Ks? 25 and 50K, depending on what prop firm we're talking. 50K on Apex, 25K or 50K on Take Profit, 50K on Bull Knox, 50K on Tradeify. The big accounts, the 150K accounts, to me are just very difficult. I don't know. Maybe now I could do it because with the opening range trade, I could just increase my size. But if I just think about the evals, I just want to YOLO them and I just don't do well. 25K should pass one for sure if you enter at the same time. No, because it's a trailing drawdown. That's the thing. It's a trailing drawdown. It's going to, you could be up $500 in the trade. And now you can only lose $1,000 in that account. Does that make sense? You have $1,500 worth of drawdown. So if you're up 500, now you could only lose 1,000. And then what if you lose that 1,000, blow the account, and the other account doesn't hit take profit, and then comes back? Like in this chop, hedging would not work, and you could blow both directions. Yeah, it's Orhan. It's an average overall. It's not one trade. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go because again, this place is gonna close. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Great day, good start. Another payout from Take Profit Trader being requested today, $600. So hopefully that's gonna be the plan moving forward. Every day, take out 600, 600, 600 for the whole month. And then maybe next month, I'll do more. We're also going to have trade day soon with 3 accounts. Maybe I could get trade day to payout levels and then manage to get, you know, $1,000 a day. You get $1,000 a day, you know, you could do that for 10 days. That's $10,000. And that makes your month. And everything else is extra. All right, guys, I'll see you all tomorrow. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. See you guys on Twitter, and see you guys in Discord if you want to join. I'm going to just post the link to the Discord really quick. Don't forget, code ALP for Take Profit, not Alpine. Gotta remind people. All right, guys. See you.